Okay, today we're going to solve the word problems using the read, draw, write strategy, and then we got to show all our work. Okay, so we're going to read the problem first. Number one, a baker buys a 5-pound bag of sugar. She uses 1 2/3 pounds to make some muffins and 2 3/4 pounds to make a cake. How much sugar does she have left? Now we've talked about the fact that we can draw a tape diagram either horizontally or vertically. When we're measuring something that can fill in a container, many times I like to draw my tape vertically. So there's my sugar. I have a 5-pound bag of sugar. I like to label as much as I can, just so it becomes more clear in my mind exactly what I'm looking at. She uses 1 2/3 pounds to make some muffins, so I'm going to take a little bit off of the 5 pounds. Muffins, 1 2/3. She uses a little bit more than that to make cake. She uses 2. I'm going to make the space a little bit bigger and label it with a C for cake. She's using 2 3/4. The clearer I can make my drawing, the easier this becomes. I want to know how much I have left over. So here's my leftover amount. Whatever this is in here is what I have left over. We don't know what that is. But from my drawing, I can clearly see what I have to do. I'm going to take my total of 5 pounds and take away my 1 2/3, and I'm going to take away my 2 3/4 to find out what's left. Now, from yesterday's work and Tuesday's work, I can see that I can change this to do it in one step by making this in parentheses and taking away 1 2/3 and, see the addition sign, and 2 3/4. Okay, so there's the beginning part of my number work. I'm going to bring down the 5 and do what's in the parentheses first. I find a common denominator. If you still need to list your LCD on the side, please do that. Until you can come down and find your common denominator mentally, continue to make your list to find your least common denominator. I multiplied the 3 by 4 to get 12 as a denominator, so I'm going to do the same thing to the numerator. 2 times 4 is 8. I multiplied the 4 denominator over here on the second term by 3 to get 12. So I'm going to multiply the numerator 3 by 3 to get 9. Now I have like denominators. I'm going to bring down my 5. I'm going to add my whole numbers. 1 plus 2 is 3. And add my fractions. 8/9, 12 and 9, 8/12 and 9/12 is 17/12. I see that I have an improper fraction. 17/12 is 12/12 plus 5/12. So I'm going to take 1 whole and add it to the 3, that 12/12, and have 5/12 left over. Okay, and then lastly, I'm going to take 5 minus 4 minus 5/12. So 5 minus 4 is equal to 1, and then I have to subtract that last 5/12. My final answer, if I don't know what 1 minus 5/12 is, I can change that 1 whole into fraction form with a common denominator, 12 twelfths. 12 twelfths minus 5 twelfths is 7 twelfths of a pound. She has 7 twelfths of a pound of sugar left. Okay. Number 2. Read, draw, and then write. A boxer needs to lose 3.5 kilograms in a month to be able to compete as a flyweight. In 3 weeks, he lowers his weight from 55 and 5/10 kilograms to 53 and 8/10 kilograms. How many kilograms must a boxer lose in the final week to be able to compete as a flyweight? Again, this time I think it's better to make my tape vertically. Okay? Could you do it with a tape that's horizontal? Yes. But I'm going to just make it look more realistic. Yes? I know you love my drawings. At the beginning, the boxer's weight was 55.5 kilograms. But in the first 3 weeks, he lost some weight. This is going to represent his lost weight. He now, up to the lost point, weighs 53.8 kilograms. So how do I figure out what that is? That's the lost. That's what the boxer has lost already. How would I figure that out? Well, it's the difference between what he was and what he is. The difference between what he was and what he is what the boxer has lost already, 1.7 kilograms. However, the boxer wants to lose 3.5. Now I know that 3.5 is equal to, in decimal form, 3 5/10. That's 3.5. 3 5/10. 5 out of 10 is just like 1/2. So it's got to be somewhere up here. All right. This is what he wants to lose altogether, 3.5 kilograms. He's only lost up to here 1.7. So this space in my diagram represents what he still needs to lose. 3.5 and 1.7. If I take the difference between the two, I'll find that space. The boxer still needs to lose 1.8 kilograms. Final answer.